Hello everyone, Twana Michelle here, Narcissistic Abuse Recovery Coach and Mental Health Therapist. Today, I'm going to talk to you guys about how you know when you're a people pleaser. I'm going to give you 5 signs that you're a people pleaser. If you're interested in hearing about that, keep watching. So the first sign that I'm going to give you that indicates you are a people pleaser is that you say yes way too often. Too much yes when you really want to say no. You might find that you take on extra responsibilities, you take on extra duties, you take on other people's stuff, you try to fix other people, you try to rescue other people. Anything they need from you, you're like, yes, I'll do it. I have it. I got it. I'm down for it. And you may not even really want to. You may be completely mentally, physically, spiritually exhausted, but you just cannot say no. You cannot be assertive enough and say no. And there are reasons for that, and we're going to touch on why it might be difficult to do that. But if you find yourself in a situation where someone asks you to do something, someone asks you for something, maybe they want to borrow something, maybe they want some more of your time and you really don't have more time to give them, maybe they want you to do something for them, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. You feel like, I'm not really sure I want to do this. I'm not really sure I have time for this. I'm not really sure I have the money for this. But you keep saying, yes, okay, I'll do it. You are definitely a people pleaser if you keep putting yourself in that position where you just can't say no. And it's all about yes. It's all about putting the other person's needs, feelings, wants, desires before your own. That's a sign you're a people pleaser. The second sign that you're a people pleaser is kind of related to this one. You sacrifice your own feelings to make someone else feel better. So again, this is you not really feeling comfortable saying how you really feel. And this is a little different because we're not just talking about doing things for people or giving more of ourselves. We're talking about concealing how we feel so that we don't hurt anyone else's feelings. For example, let's say you are in a relationship with someone and they said something or did something that hurt your feelings. Now you're feeling hurt, maybe you're feeling sad about it, maybe you're feeling angry, but you feel like, I can't really say that because if I tell them that I'm feeling hurt, sad, or angry, then they might get upset with me and they might start feeling angry or upset or sad. And I don't want them to feel that type of way. So in order to protect their feelings so that they don't get angry, so that I don't hurt them in any way, I'm not going to tell them how I feel. I'm just going to go along with it. I'm going to pretend I'm not bothered. I'm going to pretend it didn't hurt me. So we're suppressing a lot of feelings when we're people pleasers. It's not that we don't feel it. You feel what you feel. But we're suppressing it. We're putting it aside. We're not giving it a voice. We're not asserting ourselves and saying what we truly feel in order to have that release, to be able to process out loud and get it out, in order to get our needs met, in order to work on building better communication in our relationships so that we can have healthy relationships. We're unable to do that when we're people pleasers because we don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. So I will sacrifice how I feel for the sake of protecting someone else. If you do that, you're a people pleaser. And the third sign that you are a people pleaser is related to the last one. I mean, they're all kind of related. You avoid conflict at all costs. So the reason you don't want to say how you really feel is because not only do I want to protect their feelings, because that's what the second sign was about, but this goes beyond that. Not only do I not want to hurt their feelings, but I don't want any conflict. I don't want any confrontation. I am not comfortable with someone being mad at me. I'm not comfortable with getting into an argument with someone, if it turns into that, I cannot handle that. I don't like conflict. I cannot handle conflict. So I'm just going to avoid it at all costs. So I'm not going to have a voice. I'm not going to assert myself. I'm not only protecting them, as I said, but I'm also avoiding getting in a position where now there's conflict. That can even feel very triggering, re-traumatizing. If you have been in a family of origin where it was a high conflict environment, there was a lot of chaos, there was a lot of arguments, there was fighting, there was fussing, there was unpredictable conflict, and it felt scary to you, then when you become an adult and you get into relationships, you're not going to want to experience that. Well, it's going to go one or two ways. When we have dysfunctional upbringings in relationships, we tend to either repeat that, or we don't want to have anything to do with it, and so we go in the extreme opposite direction. So if I'm used to conflict and it makes me scary, it's triggering, it reminds me of being in a very unhappy place, then I don't want to go there. So I'm going to make sure that I keep this person happy so that we don't have any conflict. It also has to do with just having a low self-esteem, a low sense of self-worth, a low sense of self-identity. I may not feel worthy of speaking up for myself, having an opinion, taking a stance that even leads to conflict. Like I may feel like I don't have the right to even do that. So therefore, as a people pleaser, what I do know how to do, I know how to make other people happy. I know how to protect other people, regardless of how it makes me feel. So I'm just going to avoid it. I'm not going to say anything. I don't want the conflict. I don't like it. It's scary. And then I don't want them mad at me, because that leads us to the fourth sign. So the fourth sign is that I need people to like me. I need people to approve of me. So I avoid conflict because I need them to be happy with me. I need them to be okay with me. I need them to validate me. I feel loved. I feel accepted. I feel validated when people are happy with me, when they're praising me, they're approving, they're pleased with what I'm doing. And usually the things they're pleased about you doing benefit them. So you'll find that as a people pleaser, you probably end up in relationships and situations with people who are the opposite of that, and they are takers, and they don't know how to be mutual in relationships, and they don't know how to have a healthy relationship. So you give and they take. So, and this is what it's all about, okay? The main thing is that when you are a people pleaser, you need other people to like you, validate you, accept you. That makes you feel loved, that makes you feel worthy. And so if you find yourself in situations where you're actually thinking, well, I don't want to do this, or I don't want to say this because, I don't want them to be mad at me, and I want them to like me, and I want them to be pleased with me, and I want them to approve of what I'm doing. If you fear judgment of people, because that's really what it's about, then that's a sign that you are a people pleaser. And you will do almost anything to spare that negative judgment, anything to spare that negative opinion that someone may have of you, anything to risk, and this is what it's really about, anything to risk being rejected, being abandoned, because that will make me feel like I am unworthy, I am unlovable. That will reinforce those core beliefs that you may subconsciously hold about yourself. If someone's mad at me, or they reject me, or they don't want to be with me because I'm not doing everything that they like, everything that they want, then what does that say about me? That says I'm not enough, I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy. It's all about unconscious programming that was originated in childhood. So be aware of that if you're having those thoughts when you're dealing with people, that I need them to like me. What is that about? That is definitely a sign that you're a people pleaser. And the fifth sign that I'm going to give you that indicates you are a people pleaser is that you are always apologizing. You are overly apologizing when there's no need for an apology, when you didn't do anything wrong. It's always, I'm sorry this, I'm sorry that, my apologies. You're always feeling the need to apologize. And even if you do feel like maybe you did something wrong, it's not really wrong, things happen. Life happens, right? You show up somewhere late, you come home later than your partner was expecting. Oh, I'm so sorry I'm late. I'm so sorry I wasn't here in time to start your dinner. I'm so sorry that I worked late and I wasn't able to stop at the store and get that food that you wanted. You may be thinking, well, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that is you didn't do anything wrong. You don't have to apologize. If you were stuck in traffic, you got home late, you worked late, you weren't able to stop at a store, it's not something that warrants an apology. It's, I wasn't able to make it today. I wasn't able to stop anywhere after work today because I worked late and I was tired and I needed to get home. Maybe tomorrow when I get off, I can see if I can stop and do that for you. When you're overly apologizing, it gives the impression that you doubt yourself, you don't have confidence in yourself, you're overly concerned with the other person's feelings, their thoughts about you, their opinion, their judgment of you. So I'm sorry is not about a sincere apology. And I'm sorry to a people pleaser is about, please don't be mad at me. So that's kind of the difference. I'm not saying don't ever apologize. If you do something wrong, apologize sincerely, authentically. If you are seriously sorry for being late or whatever it is, then sincerely apologize. But it's really more about the why. Why do I feel the need to always apologize? Is it because I really feel terribly sorry for what I did? No, if you're late, usually something happened, something came up, you got stuck in traffic, anything, the weather started raining, something slowed you down that was completely outside of your control. So are you really terribly sorry about that? Or do you just not want someone to be mad at you? So think about the why. I mean, really, that's how you can discover whether or not you're a people pleaser. In addition to the things that I mentioned, start questioning, why am I doing this? Especially when you find yourself feeling uncomfortable and you're doing it anyway, or you're not doing something that you want to do and it makes you feel uncomfortable. Ask yourself why. What's the reason? Often the reason is that I don't want to cause any waves. I don't want to cause any conflict. I don't want them to be upset, so I'm just not going to say anything. It's easier for me to do it, even though I already do enough, I already do too much. It's just easier that way. So, it's, of course, you have to pick your battles, but you also have to decide, am I choosing to accept this rather than confront it because I am choosing to maintain peace today, which is the opposite of people pleasing, that is choosing yourself? Or am I doing this because I am choosing to please someone else today so that they don't feel bad, and as a result, I don't feel bad? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Do you consider yourself a people pleaser? What are some other signs that you think may indicate someone is a people pleaser? Let me know. Share this video out with someone who you think may benefit from it. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. That really does help my channel. And if you have not subscribed to this channel, what are you waiting on? We'd love to have you be a part of this community. And that is it. Thanks for watching. Until next time, take care. Bye.